They're about to do their last application of black fly spraying on the New River. What do you think about that?
I'd probably much prefer to see it keep going, just because of the black fly situation and the tourism. And personally living on the river, I'd probably prefer to see the funding keep up.
Well, some of the fishermen say that they don't like the spraying because it's the fish, feed off of that. But for most of us that work outside and tourists, people that hike on the trails, work in the gardens, things like that, the flies are a tremendous nuisance through the summer months.
We live in the national park in a very fragile environment. That's why the fishing is so good, because we have bugs and bats and bees and everything. And you can't have one without the other. Okay, and that's all I'm saying. If you want to play God and start getting rid of certain things, I hate a black fly, and I don't like to get stung by bees. But I'm not into killing all them and black widows and brown recluse. We just can't pick and choose what we're going to do to our environment. And we have boiled water biospheres in southern West Virginia. People can't drink the water, but we got all this money that we can spend, $800,000 or whatever it was, to kill a bug. Well, why don't we take care of stuff like maybe water, like the thing in Charleston with that big leak and everything? I think our priorities are messed up.
I believe the lack of spraying is going to impact tourism, and it's going to have a negative impact on people that come here to fish. Those of us that grew up with black flies remember digging them out of our eyes and our ears, and we really don't want to go back to those days.
And what do you think about the budget shortfalls and black fly spraying for this year?
It's regretful of hearing such news. The spraying is a wonderful thing as far as I'm concerned. I grew up at Brooks on New River, and it was just absolutely terrible staying outside. Mr. Woodrum commented about your eyes and ears were always full of gnats, and they truly were. It does have a drastic effect on our tourism as far as I'm concerned. I don't know about the fishing aspect of it, as you asked earlier. We still have an awful lot of fishermen, so I don't think it has affected the fishing as is claimed. But it is an absolute necessity that we continue spraying, and I would certainly hope that the governor can find the money somewhere to start this program back up.
What happens when the black flies come?
Oh, they eat you up. I'm telling you, I was born and raised in Talcott, and those flies would put whelps on people.
Well, as far as tourism and so forth for our area, I certainly hope they can come up with some funding to be able to do this. I have written letters on behalf of the city to Senator Manchin as well as Nick Joe Rahal, hoping they can have some influence to get some funding. I think it's a necessity for people in our area. I know the fishermen, there are certain fishermen that are concerned with it as far as thinking that it damages fish. I don't know how proven that situation is, but I know as far as tourism is concerned, we've got a problem with black flies and we need them eliminated.